And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for another exciting matchup at the Den between the Lutheran High School Cougars and Believe Academy. I believe the Believe Academy are the Lightning. Tonight we see, a short-handed Lutheran Cougars roster looking to remain competitive. Struggled the last few games. Lost, I believe, 7 straight, and back at home tonight, we're looking to see them bounce back. They got brewing to be a decent crowd, it looks. We got the dancers out tonight. High energy. I was talking to the fellas before the game. Paco Jackson, Landon Jackson dealing with a knee injury over the last week. Talked to him before the game. Sounded good. He was excited to play tonight. Got his knee taped up. He actually said he had no pain, no popping that he'd been dealing with. However, we're going to see freshman Gabe Powell, I believe, starting tonight. Shorthanded at the point guard position. We see Aiden Buford out dealing with a shoulder injury. Lutheran Cougars looking to have that freshman step into a new role and perform under a high-pressure situation tonight. Look to be a competitive game, good size on the Believe Academy roster. Not a very experienced roster, a lot of young guys. We got 4 sophomores and 2 freshmen on the roster. We'll see what type of role they play tonight. Head coach Alex Williams seemed pretty confident, cool before the game. And we look to see an exciting matchup tonight between the Cougars as they look to announce the starters.
And we remind all spectators that this game is competitive, but it is also an educational experience for all players and students. Let's continue to show respect and sportsmanship throughout this contest and refrain from negative chants, cheers, and behavior. We welcome our guests from Believe Academy and wish all players good luck in tonight's game. At this time, we ask you to please rise for prayer and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we're going to Cam 2.
We pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for blessing us with the gift of this day and ask you to help us to be wise stewards of this gift. We ask that your presence be here in our gym this evening. Guard these athletes from injury and help them to play to the best of their ability so that they may glorify you. Please give wisdom to the coaches and officials. We ask that you bless the fans with a spirit of sportsmanship so that all that occurs in this gym this evening may glorify your name. It is in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And now, here's the starting lineup for Believe Academy. A junior, number 3, Christian Reynolds. A sophomore, number 22, Jacob Horton.
Starters for the night.
A sophomore,
For
number
Believe
1,
Academy Lightning, we got number 3,
Prince.
Christian Reynolds, that's a junior. Looks to bring the ball up for
A
Lightning.
sophomore, number
Pretty
10,
shifty athlete there.
Chris Daly
Second
Hunter.
guy we'll see is number 22. Don't actually have him on our roster. We'll find out more about it tonight, I guess. And then we'll see number 1, Harold Bobbitt IV, lanky guy. See if he can run the floor for the Lightning. We got 23, the final starter, Destin Allen, freshman for the Lightning. And your first start of the night for Lutheran Cougars is going to be Finest Douglas. He's a third-year player for Lutheran Cougars. He's a very, shifty, creative player on the wing. He's been more of a playmaker for the Cougars this year. Look to see some great offensive production from him tonight. He's going to have to step up, missing Aiden Buford tonight, bring the ball up. It might be Finest Douglas a lot tonight. Second starter of the night will be Landon Doyle. Juice Doyle. If you don't know him, get to know him. Landon's been amazing for the Cougars all year, leading them in the average 17.1 points per game. Get to the rim anytime he wants, draws two, finds the open guy when he knows. Great offensive player for the Cougars. Then we got a rebounder, Duke Williams. See what type of performance he can put up on the boards tonight for the Cougars. See him maybe drive down, rack a few points. And introducing your first-time starter, junior, Sam Mudd. Looking to be hot shooter for the Cougars tonight as he steps into his new role. I told you, short Buford. And then we got your previously a little knocked up, maybe a little hurt. He's back tonight, though, Landon Jackson. Don't worry about his knee injury tonight. He's taped up. He's going to be all good for the Cougars here. Looks to see a great performance on the boards. See a great performance averaging 12.1 points. See if he can put up scores like that tonight. Cougars need it on the offense. It's going to be a competitive game. As we have a decent crowd here tonight. Not as little as we've seen, not as many as we've seen. See what type of influence they're going to have on the game. Maybe they'll get a loud. We'll see. As we welcome back Santana, what are your takes on the games tonight?
Honestly, looking at it, I think this is a great matchup for the Cougars. We have a couple injuries out, Will Mesa and Aiden Buford out. But the Cougars look to start off as we win the jump ball here, and we are underway with your Lutheran Cougars.
Like I said, Finest Douglas starting the offense for the Cougars. He's going to get downhill early. Right-hand layup, and he's good. Finishes through the contact. Like to see that early. Playing strong.
You like to see that out of Finest Douglas. He's a left-handed, but he's not afraid to go right. And he just finishes through contact there. What a nice finish by that Finest Douglas.
Lightning push the press there. See what they try to run out early in the offense.
Like
Bob at the fourth drives, free throw line, puts up a floater off the backboard, and it's good.
Nice bucket there by the Lightning. Looks like the Cougar Lightning going to go more of like a
Sam Mudd,
man.
downhill on the free throw line. 2
Ooh,
foot stop. He puts up the floater. Good shot there from
in.
Sam Mudd. Showing his contributions early for the Cougars.
Cougars pressing. Oh, almost forced a turnover.
Errant pass almost picked off by Finest Douglas. Played a little safety in football. Ooh,
that is
long
off
the backboard there by Reynolds for the Lightning. Rebound collected by Williams. It'll be Finest Douglas bringing the ball up.
Finest Douglas back to the just off the market long. Lightning with the rebound.
Ball knocked around, collected by Williams. It'll be Sam Mudd. Puts up three, and it knocks around.
And
what finished by Doyle. Way to crash the boards.
You don't see that a lot of him, but Landon can get up there to get those rebounds that when you crash the board that you really need in order to finish games and win games.
Doyle sure has a chance to get a putback dunk. Maybe tonight's his night. Ooh, Doyle possibly takes a charge and goes straight up. Good
nice
finish there by Reynolds.
Nice finish. Looked like Finest was going to take a charge, and he decided just to put his hands up. Last couple games, Finest has really been in a lot of foul trouble. So, he wants to try to stay away from that this game.
It's good to see him early playing hands-up defense. Hopefully keeps that up the rest of the night. Finds Paco at the top of the key. Slip pass to Williams. We'll get a foul call there. Looks to be on Reynolds again.
Let's see what the Cougars do at the free throw line. Been really struggling this year with free throws, so let's see if they can hit this first one.
Williams sitting around 62% on the season.
Oh.
First one rattles around, falls off the front of the iron.
Connor, we're supposed to have multiple games today, and just a lot has happened. What do you like?
Yeah, that had a JV boys game get canceled early. Don't know what that was about. And then last minute today, around 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock, we get word that all the girls are sick.
Yeah, really.
St. Pius X, unfortunate to hear for them. Had to turn back around.
It's that season where a lot of flu bugs, a lot of little sicknesses in the winter, stuff we just can't control.
Reynolds saves it for the Cougars, throws it off 22's hands. It'll be Cougar basketball.
A lot of turnovers so far for the Lightning. They might want to minimize that if they want to have a chance to win this game. Only down 3, but turnovers will add up on the scoreboard.
Doing a nice crossover there, breaks the defender down at half court. Draws 2 in the paint. Paco Jackson will rip free throw line. Drops it off to Williams. He'll go up strong with the left hand.
Now that is Cougar basketball. Landon Jackson, could have easily taken that shot. Pump fakes, get to the basket, and finds an open teammate. That is how you move the basketball as a team to complete games and win games here.
You know, Williams goes up strong there, draws a foul. Went 1 for 2 at the line last time. Hopefully knocks down both here.
There you go. Knocks down the first one for Williams. You know,
And
Sam Mudd starting. How do you feel about that?
You know, I'm excited. Sam Mudd, Jr., you know, waiting for his time. Maybe this is his opportunity where he, you know, finally shines, shows what he's capable of.
Yep.
As
A lot
knocks down
of
both there.
injuries for the
know,
not a lot, but you know, a couple injuries for the Cougars tonight. So
Yeah.
he gets his chance. Ooh, Finest Douglas slips, leads to a lightning. Ooh, foul on Williams.
It's nice.
And looking at his face, he does not like that call there, but you know, it's out of our control and we just got to keep playing the game.
You know, it was a nice take there by Reynolds. You know, pump fake left, finished on the opposite side of the rim with the right hand. That was a good move. Looking to make it fall. Maybe they get the foul there, but he'll shoot 2. First one's good for the Lightning. You know, 9-5 here early. Cougars looking to get downhill. Lightning kind of racking up their points one by one. What's
Good
the
rebound there by
what
Jackson.
What are the Lightning looking to do on offense here? You know, it's
Honestly, you know,
haven't
take
seen-
advantages of the Cougars' mistakes, honestly. You know, try to get transition points. That's been a struggle for the Cougars all season. When you can speed them up and you play your game as Duke Williams Garrett gets the and one with a nice bucket.
you know, 5 free throws early for Duke Williams. You know, racking up some points might be a big game for him.
Yeah. But like I was saying, yeah, just been a struggle for the Cougars. When you can speed them up to play the game you want, and you could just speed them up, transition buckets. You know, that's what happened with the Hazelwood West game. You know, they just played the Hazelwood West strengths and speeding the game up, and it was what caused them to just lose that game.
Yep. Either Lightning need to get out on the run or maybe find a scheme to fit into on the offensive side. They're kind of just running around, not really getting into an offense there. So Duke Williams capitalizes on the N1 opportunity.
Duke Williams already leading with 5.
A lot of pressure there on defense early in the front court. Landon Jackson rips the ball away, spins to the rim, and draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Great defense by the Cougars here tonight.
Great active hands there by
Great active
Jackson.
hands. You know, they're getting physical, which
Soon
Coach
as-
Dowden has been asking of them to just get physical. No fouls, just played great defense, and that's right there is Cougar defense right there.
Exactly. As soon as that ball was on the ground, you saw Jackson, 2 hands on it. You know, rips away from the defender, spin move to the rim. Just hope to see it fall. First free throw rattles around for Landon.
You know, Landon Jackson, the only senior on this team here. What can his senior leadership do to bring the Cougars back? You know, they're on a really bad loser streak right now.
You know, being that he's not from Lutheran, you know, it might be hard for the Cougars to, you know, see him as a senior leader, hasn't been with
Absolutely.
him. But, however, the point still stands. He has high school basketball experience, 3 years on varsity at Parkway North. He's proven himself. He's been tested. He's played in those high-pressure games.
Yep.
He knows what it takes to win basketball games. And, you know, he did it with not much help over there at Parkway North. And so
Travel by the Lightning will be Cougar basketball.
Look, see Landon Jackson keep his cool this game. You know, that's maybe something he needs to work on as a leader. But
Yeah.
other than that, he's been great.
I think, you know,
He's vocal.
speaking of keeping it cool, I think that's a focal point the whole Cougars oscillation goes on. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
you can really tell when they're down, they don't really work together anymore. It just all falls apart.
Left
for
hand
'em.
finished off the top of the backboard there. Collected by Mudd. Doyle rips baseline. He'll find Williams down low. He'll go up strong left hand
Duke
finish.
Williams on fire tonight, folks.
Williams got 7 early here in the first 3 minutes for the Cougars. You know, a little bit of an awkward start to that play there by Williams. That's a little bit of a screen, but he makes up for it.
Makes up for it.
Stays in
Absolutely.
position, active, you know, in the play, keep his eye on the ball.
You know, kind of looking at our student education, better turnout than the girls' game yesterday.
Yeah, that is true. We see a lot of girls basketball players out there tonight.
Yep.
You know, hopefully it keeps growing. Look,
Absolutely. You know,
Look-
theme was whiteout, but you know, our students obviously can't follow directions.
unable to follow the theme, but you know, at least they're here. That's hey, one step at a time, Santana. One step at a time.
Got to go one step at a time, Connor.
At the timeout here, What do you think the Cougars look to do to extend this lead? You know,
I think
finding.
yeah.
Sorry, what did you say?
I was saying to finish to kind of not mean to cut you off, but just keep playing this physical defense they're playing. Look for that extra pass instead of just trying to go like on a 1v5, as we've seen from the Cougars pretty much all season. Just use each other and finally
Good
have
hands
that
there,
brotherhood.
defensive
And I think
line.
this is the game for them to finally get that brotherhood to continue to push going into this the districts.
Yeah, I definitely think it's true. It's getting close to that time. March comes, districts comes. You know, Cougars have a similar district from last year. However, hopefully see a different turnout. You know, Cougars had a great run in the districts last year. Almost came out with the championship.
Great pass by Landon Doyle. Leads to a
Personally, had a little
lightning foul.
experience in that district. But,
Yeah, a
little experience there.
That foul will be on number 5 of the Lightning.
Number 5, not on our roster either.
Speaking of March Madness, who you got coming out winning national championship this year? What's your bracket looking like?
Okay, look, you know where I'm from.
Arkansas,
born and raised. The Hogs got Acuff Jr.
If Landon Doyle misses the first.
Freshman of the year, SEC, possibly Player of the Year.
I'm not discrediting Arkansas this year.
Hey,
now we're speaking football. Arkansas, I'm going to discredit them.
Malik Thomas, the best second scoring.
Steal by
option in the
Finest
SEC.
Douglas.
He'll go to the rim, strong left hand,
just off the market.
Good rebound by Paco Jackson. He'll go back down low to Finest Douglas. He'll go up strong left hand.
Way to use your body. Misses that too. Duke Williams with the rebound. It's up and it is off. Travel. Not really sure about that call, but we got to go with the refs. Maybe on film it might look different, but as it stands, Lightning basketball.
Yeah, a lot of jumping around there, a lot of loose ball hands. Maybe he collected a little earlier than we saw. You never know.
Going back to March Madness, even our own St. Louis Billikens have been really good this
21,
year.
21, and they got
quick basket there by number 22 of the Lightning.
They got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Robbie Avila.
Yeah,
he's been an outstanding player.
Kellen Thames, I went to Pattonville, so I don't know him personally, but I've had a couple interactions with Kellen. It's very great basketball.
Promising
player.
out here in St. Louis, a lot of good basketball. As Landon Doyle collects at top of the key.
Cougars look to have more of a motion offense, but that block is open. Finest Douglas in the corner for the three. Just long. Oh, what a pass by Doyle down to Duke Williams. Ladies and gentlemen,
Williams staying active on the boards and his points.
This is going to be a Duke Williams game.
Yeah, he's showing the impact he can have.
Gabe Powell and Fulton Hurt checking in.
Fulton Willebrand mismatched shorts there.
Yeah, looks like he has the JV shirts on.
Well,
luckily there's no fouls for misconduct of uniform.
Yep, that is true. Gabe Powell, safety guard for the freshman, talking to Coach Dow, trying to get in the offense here for the Cougars. A little miscommunication here, still figuring it out.
Paco Jackson
wide open down low. He'll go strong with the right hand and finish.
For Landon Jackson, the Lutheran Cougar bigs are really eating tonight. They're dominating on the offense. They're getting down low, getting position for their guards. It's just easy dump off, and it's leading great for the Cougars tonight.
Down low, Lightning struggling, keeping their hands off the Cougars. This is the 5th foul. And we get a push from behind again, down low.
Little Gabe there getting up.
Yeah, Lightning out here playing real physical down low, I guess. A little handsy there.
Little man got bunnies.
Maybe we'll get 2 again there. They're in the bonus.
Lightning already 5 fouls. We push the Cougars in the double bonus. Hopefully you don't see this, type of momentum go into these other quarters with just foul trouble, because at this point you're just going to keep putting the Cougars on the line.
A little boring game, Got a little bit of a student section turnout. I want to see some excitement. We got somebody on the shoulders over there. Maybe we want to catch them.
Yeah, you want to catch somebody over there on the shoulders.
Missed it.
Missed it.
It's Gabe Powell knocks down both free throws there. Consistency at the line for him.
Like
Reynolds running the floor. Right hand blows the layup. Knocked out of bounds by the Lightning, and it'll remain Cougar basketball.
But like I said, Connor, if you can speed the Cougars up in transition, they have been very bad with transition basketball. If you just speed them up.
Very true, Santana.
And that was an easy press break. The Cougars press, and it just looked like the Lightning just one pass, and they were already down there.
Doyle pump fake. He'll rip baseline. Good floater. Pull up right there.
Off the market. Finest Douglas with the rebound. His layup off the market.
Fulton Willebrand fighting down low. Hillerbrand, excuse me.
Landon Doyle with the steal. Is he going to try to get up, folks?
Almost gets his first in game.
He thought about it, folks.
Just luckily to have that basket fall there at that point. As Doyle will stop the fast break opportunity for the.
Oh, what a steal by
poke
Jackson.
by Landon Jackson.
He's going to go up with it.
Goes up strong with the right.
And
He'll
it
finish.
is done.
Cougars grown a lead to
No, the Cougars
18
really
here early in the first quarter here.
The Cougars really need this game for their confidence.
1 foot floater or fadeaway, excuse me, for Lightning. We'll get a foul call on the floor. It'll be 22 shooting. Again, not on our roster.
No, it's on the floor there.
Oh,
So
sorry.
will not be
Excuse me. On the floor. Will not be shooting. Yeah, correct me. My bad.
You know, looking at my sheet here, the Cougars are dominating down low. Only have missed.
Not much of a presence, a presence at all down low from the
They've
Lightning
only
tonight.
have missed 5 shots in the paint so far, which
Yeah.
you would love to see. Dominating down low.
Deep three by the freshman, and it's good from Allen, Destin Allen. There
That
on
was
the
a deep
three-pointer.
three, Connor. And it looked like he was confident putting it up.
Yeah, we'll see if he can find
Way to
Powell in
make
the corner.
this
Good
is
ball
beautiful
movement from the
ball
Cougars.
movement by the Cougars.
And the three is
Landon
good
Doyle
for Landon Doyle.
is back with his own three.
When
So
you move the ball,
respect.
everybody eats. We love to see it from the Cougars.
That is what Coach Dowden has been asking of his Cougars. Just move the ball around, make that extra pass. It will come back to you. And as Landon Doyle shows right there in the Cougars, ball movement leads to points.
You know, we got Caden Lindsay in the stands tonight, Lutheran transfer.
You know, I
Troy,
love Caden.
Formerly a part of the Lutheran high school sports media team. Glad to see him in attendance tonight, see him do bright things at Troy.
Yeah.
Powell to inbound the ball for the Cougars here.
We're a very quiet student section with the attendance we have. You know, you don't really have no leadership over there. I'm looking at Daniel. He's just,
Yeah, he's quiet out there.
he's usually
quiet.
the one that's real vocal.
It's pretty quiet out here
Finest
tonight.
Douglas
A little
brings
bit of
the
a
ball
boring
up.
game, though. Lots
Sam
of
Mudd
free
in the
throws.
corner for the three, and short.
Short off the rim, knocked around.
It'll
It'll
be
be
Lightning
Lightning
ball.
basketball off Douglas there.
You know, Sam Mudd's prone to hit those. He doesn't miss twice. Yeah, Daniel right there. He needs to step up for the student section, man.
Yep. Not a lot of.
Oh,
not a lot
steal
of
by the
chance coming.
Cougars. Finest Douglas looking. What a
Oh,
pass
good
to
find there
Sam
for Sam
Mudd.
Mudd. He'll go up strong with the right and he'll finish.
The Cougars are absolutely dominating in the paint.
See another known face walk through the door. Former Lutheran Cougar and himself, former basketball player Brandon Doyle, older brother of Landon Doyle.
And right behind him, maybe a future Cougar there, and Randon Doyle.
Yeah, love to see it.
Maybe.
Hey, good attendance tonight. Hopefully the Cougars
As Fulton picks up his
continue to
first
shine
foul.
early here. Put on for the fans tonight. Got 30-10 ball game. Kind of boring. Maybe we'll get out and run and get some highlight plays though for the Cougars. Landon Jackson needs some plays to add to his huddle film. See if we can get on the rim tonight. It's the first free
Misses the
throw.
first one.
Rattles around off the rim and misses for the Lightning.
Jaden Ingram, freshman, checking in for Finest Douglas. You know, new face. You don't really see Jaden in a lot of games unless it's, a really big lead by the Cougars.
You know,
So
yeah,
you look
seeing
to
him checking in the first quarter, that's surprising.
Yeah.
You don't see that
You
often.
look to see what he can do and what he can contribute as a freshman. As the Cougars push the ball up the court. Doyle down low.
Free throw line.
Makes extra pass to Jaden. Is right off the mark, so Landon have to reset the offense. Hops through. Sam Mudd makes extra pass
Lands
to
on two.
Fulton.
Good find to Fulton.
And that is
Hillebrand.
down
He'll go up
low.
strong right hand and finish.
I mean, Connor, I am filling out a sheet for the Cougars here for all
Gabe
the
Powell from
shots.
behind.
And it's just, I have no more room to
Yeah.
fill on the paint.
Down
It's just
low.
absolutely dominating by the Cougars right now.
Yep.
32 points in the first quarter already.
And when they are attacking the rim and taking most of their shots close to the rim, they're productive.
Absolutely.
High efficiency shots equals high efficiency basketball. 32-10 early in the first quarter. Cougars are playing their brand of basketball. The
Errol
basketball.
Bobbitt misses his first free throw.
The basketball. Corey Dowden has been preaching to the Cougars
Yep.
over the last few weeks that they've been losing a few basketball games.
Gabe Powell looks a little sneaky there over there in the corner, Connor. Do you people?
Yeah, Duke beat
Oh,
them.
yeah.
But we'll get a free throw rim violation on the free throw there. So maybe his plan spoiled there by the Lightning.
The Lightning looked to beating him, man. Maybe you want to see the coach switch to a zone, just to stop all this dominating that the Cougars have been going on in the paint. It looks like they do switch to that zone. So they have switched to that 2-3, more like a 2-3 matchup in a sense.
We talked about Coach Williams before the game, seemed calm and collected, but he hasn't been, he's remained that way. He hasn't been very vocal, but we'll get a travel there on
Fulton.
Hillebrand.
Nice move. $1 million move, 10-cent finish there, folks.
But in this time, I don't think this is where you should be cool, calm, and collected. Lightning might need a little bit of amping up there, not handling the pressure the Cougars the Cougars have put on them.
You know, a lot of alumni tonight here. I see Deja Williams' older sister, Duke Williams, walking in, coming out to support their alum. Alma mater. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the word. I just couldn't think it. Yeah, you know. We don't have really a speech class here, so, man.
Yeah, no, Lutheran High School does not offer a communications class for anybody that was looking to come here for that reason.
Other than that, great. It's great academics,
Yeah,
though.
great.
Gabe Powell looks down low to Sam Mudd with the fadeaway just off the market. 1 second left. Gabe puts up the shot, and it
Fadeaway
is
rolls off the rim, almost finished.
off the rim.
You know, we talked about Lutheran being a great school.
Absolutely.
Offer great opportunities such as this, the sports media team.
Sports
you know?
media, yeah.
We want to say thank you to everybody that, you know, played a part in putting this on, everybody that helped fund.
And give a round of applause to our own Mr. Belkey.
Mr. Belkey, we thank him. We thank, you know, Dr. Bernhardt, everybody in the administration that helped put this on.
Absolutely. You know, looking at go ahead.
You know, we were very appreciative of it, and it, you know, I think it really
Absolutely.
truly enhances the experience of the basketball game.
And you know, it's fun for us as students just to get in that field, to get our feet wet if this is something we want to pursue in our career.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, hands-on stuff like this is, you know, a great opportunity that this school offers. And I think it's an opportunity that everybody should get to have.
Everybody,
yeah.
I honestly have really fun. You know, looking at our own Lutheran Sapphires just came back from Nationals in Florida, placing 10th in this country. We got to give it up for them.
Yeah,
you know, they work their butts off, 4-hour practice almost every other day. You got to love to see the work.
Great showing down there in Florida, and they're right back out to it this Friday.
You know, you said Coach Williams wasn't really, you know, talking. It looked like he's really talking now about how the Cougars are dominating the paint. They need to step up and have some pride about protecting their house.
Very true, very true. Played, you know, pretty good paint defense early in the first quarter, though. 32-10, not bad. Most of the makes being at the free throw line for the Cougars. So, you know, if the shots are going up down low, they're getting
Let's see
fouled.
if the Cougars can still dominate in the paint
Physical.
as they did in the first quarter.
Oh, almost a backcourt violation. Caught it.
Oh,
as
his
the
shoe slips
shoe's
off.
gone. He's down. Oh, nope, there it is. Doesn't even need to retie
Feet
it.
looks a little big for his body. But hey, you know, you just gotta tie him up later. Swipe the bottom of it and get back to playing basketball.
You know, Cougars will take that right there. He, you know, knocked one down earlier. Hopefully he doesn't heat up for the Lightning. Spark something, you know.
Linus Douglas slows the offense down. Paco gets the middle. They back up off him. Are you crazy?
Oh.
Ooh, just off the market for Landon Jackson. Oh, Jaden with the rebound. Ooh, and it's a
Throws it
turnover.
away there. Landon Jackson, you know.
Not afraid to shoot the ball.
Not afraid to shoot the ball. Knocks that down, giving the Lightning a break there. They chose not to contest. I'm not sure.
I think that's something Paco has really worked on as a basketball player, just getting his shot together. That way he can be that stretch 5, stretch 4. That many
There's
teams.
a trap there at the half court. Throw it down low.
Oh, well.
30, who is again not on our roster.
And a putback for number 3, Christian Reynolds.
Finest Douglas back in the game to run the offense for the Cougars.
You know, I just see, Sam Mudd open and number 30
Free throw
doesn't
line,
want
jump
just
shot,
off the market.
uncontested.
Landon Jackson with the rebound back out to Gabe. His pass
Good
down low
find
to
down low,
Finest.
blocked off the backboard
and
by
he
the
will
Lightning.
draw a foul.
Look at a foul call there. He'll shoot 2.
Douglas is going to line to shoot 2. Foul on play.
You know, Sam just doesn't look confident in his shot. He looks a little nervous. You want to see him just, you know, open up and really.
Yeah, that's
this is his chance. This is to
that's
get
a
his
free throw.
minutes.
Uncontested, no jump there. Want to see him knock that down, but you know he's been effective thus far.
Finest Douglas knocked down his first.
Knocked down 2 of his close shots he had at the basket. Hopefully, missed a 3. Want to see him extend that range a little bit, knowing that's a strong suit, but. You know, not bad basketball from Sam Mudd in the first quarter.
They have a lane violation on the Lightning, so Finest Douglas will get another shot here. Second lane violation on the Lightning.
Ball rolls around the rim.
What hustle
rebound
by
by
Gabe
Lightning.
Powell. Landon Jackson gets down low, puts up the floater, and he will draw another foul for the Cougars.
Landon Jackson been very active when it comes to ripping the free throw line direction, getting downhill tonight. Drawed a couple fouls, got to the free throw line a couple times. Looking to see him capitalize a little more. Only 5 points so far. Possibly a big night coming for Landon Jackson.
We haven't seen Duke Williams in a minute.
No,
he started off the game hot.
And he's been sitting down for a minute. I wonder if that's on purpose. Corey Down getting back in there, see some more offensive action on him.
And I'm not trying to pick on it, but our student section at this point, we might as well just had nobody there.
Right.
There's just absolutely nobody talking.
You can hear crickets in this room. I mean, it is just an uneventful basketball game, I guess, to be said.
As the Lightning, force another turnover.
He didn't collect the basketball, so it'll not be a backcourt violation right there. Sam Mudd collects it.
Makes the extra pass to Finest Douglas. And he thought about it. He gets a travel. He can't believe it, but yes, Finest, that was a travel.
A little bit of a hesitation there on that rip to the baseline.
He just has to shoot the ball. Lightning get the ball out quick. Transaction.
Pass knocked away by Gabe Powell, collected by Jackson.
Makes the extra pass. Back out to Gabe.
Good pass fake there. Down low. Good pass
what
to
a
Jackson.
Pass.
Good find there by Gabe Powell, the freshman.
As he was falling, and still was able to make that pass to Landon Jackson.
We love to see that last minute, improvisation there from Gabe Powell. Knocked off his feet, still had the body control to make that pass, and even a good lob pass there to Landon Jackson. Good finish there too by him.
And Gabe picks up his first foul.
There's that freshman in him, playing with his hands a little bit. Kind of unnecessary there.
They got him in a bad pick and roll there, though, Connor.
That is true.
They got him in a bad pick and roll.
Unnecessary swipe, picks up the foul. Lightning a shoot two.
As Landon Doyle and Duke Williams check back in the game.
Excuse me, Lightning will not shoot two. That's a foul on the floor there.
Pass out to the corner. What defense by Landon Jackson. He pushes the ball up the court.
Floor.
Pass it to Doyle. His layup and
one foul and
for Doyle.
Float there by Doyle. He'll go to the free throw line.
His body control, Connor, is out of this world. He can get up there and just stay up there. And nobody can really bump him off his spot. He will just stay there.
That is very true. That is a great attribute we see from Landon Doyle. The ability to float in the air, take contact, and adjust to what he's being, thrown at.
There's the Cougars get another rebound off a free throw. Landon Jackson turns the ball over. Finest Douglas looks at the pursuit, and that is a bucket for Reynolds again.
Reynolds, the leading scorer for the Lightning. He's got 7. Finest Douglas draws his defender at the free throw line. The Cougars will set up the offense.
I like to see Finest take advantage of this mismatch here.
Williams back into the game.
Sam Mudd just missed him there. But Sam's going to take it for himself.
Good float, right hand. He'll draw the foul. Big hack there by 23, Allen on the Lightning. Like I said, they're still playing very physical down low, but not showing much of an impact. Cougars either knocking down the free throws or finishing close at the rim.
I'm just really disappointed with our student section, Connor.
Yeah.
It's like I leave, and it's just we don't know what to do anymore. Me and you leave, they don't have a leader. No, nothing. They just don't have anything. And Sam Mudd misses the first.
I definitely agree.
I might have to have a word with Daniel at halftime here. This is just really
maybe we get him as our halftime interview.
We maybe one of the students. Why our student section just is
so
not
quiet
talking.
Landon Jackson manages to stay over the line there, doesn't fall into the paint, and avoids the lane violations. The free throw's knocked down. The free throw's knocked down there by Mudd. Lightning.
They trap him in the corner. They can't get past the press. And then great defense by the Cougars that will force the Lightning to call a timeout.
Lightning struggling in 3 main factors. One, on the boards, unable to put a body on a Cougar, not grabbing any rebounds. Secondly,
another alum.
Where at?
Right at the door, talking to Mr. Lynn.
Oh, yeah, that is another alum.
Well, alums are out today.
Yep. Second thing this Lightning struggling with, inability to handle pressure from the Cougars on the inbound after a made basket. Saw a lot of steals there in that second period, turned into quick baskets for the Cougars. And as well, unable to really have much of a presence on offense. Not able to get into any offense, trying to force up ugly shots, isolation basketball. Lightning really struggling here tonight, and coach needs to get things in check.
And the points they have can just come off a transition, which, as I said, is a struggle for the Cougars. They just need to speed them up, try to play their game, but also try to work in something offensively. And then also, try to stop this penetration from the Cougars. They're just getting down low, finding that extra pass or drawing the foul. And at this rate, the Lightning will just be in foul trouble for the rest of this game, Connor.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that honestly, that could have been my third point as well. You see 5 fouls in the first quarter, and they're, barely 2.5 minutes into the second quarter, and they're already back up to 5.
Already in double bonus.
We like to see more basketball. I mean, this is a lot of football activity.
Similar to what we seen yesterday with the girls. It's just, yeah,
a lot of
Cougars
whistles here tonight.
Dominating.
Oh,
and another turnover for the Cougars. Makes the extra pass down to Finest Douglas. His layup will go with the right hand.
Pass knocked away by Sam Mudd.
I mean, we're not keeping track of steals, folks, but if the Cougars,
as they almost get another one,
if we did, the Cougars would be in double digits already. It's number 30, spin move down low. Duke Williams with a great rebound, turns the ball over to the Lightning, and a foul for Landon Jackson as the turnover leads to fouls. Like I said, turnovers doesn't lead to anything great in the sport of basketball. Matter of fact, in the sport, any sport, turnovers are the things that will kill you.
Very true, very true. And, adding salt to the burn there, collecting the foul in the latter half of that play. Just play straight up at that point. You've already made one mistake. Don't, add to the fire.
It must have been a little wind here. No rim there.
Yeah, nothing.
Maybe the student section is talking.
Maybe more personal talk so they can hear him tonight.
And he misses the second. Landon Jackson gets the rebound. Passes up to Finest Douglas.
Finest Douglas will get pressure at the half court. Handles it well.
We see a really quiet Coach Dowdy. He's usually up, standing, really loud, but he's just very calm.
Yeah, not much to complain about.
Makes the extra pass to Sam. He misses. Duke Williams misses again and tries to get it.
Rebound collected by Allen, the freshman. The Cougars have, flipped the scoreboard on the Lightning at this point.
Double
41
dribble
to 14 as we get a double dribble there.
By Daly Hunter.
A little bit of disagreement there we see between the player and the referee, but
you might want to watch out there. You don't want any technicals.
Yeah, no, definitely not in this type of game. Not worth it. You'll have to set out the next game. But pretty clear up here.
You ever had a technical in your life there, Connor?
I actually have not. I feel like I've deserved a few, but gotten away with some. I don't know.
No. I've never really been one to argue with refs. You just got to understand that.
What about yourself? I feel like I remember a couple.
I think I might have had like one or two.
I feel like
nobody's counting, but hey, we're going to act like
JV days. I remember those days.
We're going to act like nothing happened.
By Landon Jackson. Finest Douglas top the key.
We all have our
floater with the left hand off the backboard, almost good. He'll get the foul and shoot 2.
But yeah, no, Connor. We were younger. It's just emotions are really high. You really care about the game, and it's just. As you get older, you just realize that, some stuff is just not worth it.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to learn.
Once you get that head screwed on right, you start keeping your cool. And, we've honestly seen better of that. We talked about Landon Jackson earlier today. He, not really had much to be frustrated about.
Yeah.
But,
as
you can say physical play down low.
And Fulton Hillebrand checks back into the game for Duke Williams and Sam Mudd.
He's playing through the physicality with a smile on his face. He loves it. He's getting free throws, adding points to his stat column, enjoying the game tonight. Good vibes out here in the Cougar Den.
Never mind, Duke Williams back in the game, checks in for Landon Jackson. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to harp on it, but our student section just has holes in it.
No, we have a huddle going on here. I wonder what play they're gonna run.
I mean, West Coast offense play action.
Yeah, I don't.
Look at it.
Maybe a Philly.
It's like they're talking more to themselves than the actual game and focusing on being a student section.
Yeah. They need to see more involvement here.
I mean, we have Coach Bethany right here. I don't know if they're trying to run an offense to go against his defense here, but man.
That 4-2-5.
Oh, what a hero step
Good
down to
find
Duke
there by
Williams.
Powell.
Oh, no foul.
Good defense.
Really questionable there.
by
a lot
Lightning.
of hand fighting contact, but the refs just saw it otherwise.
Daly Hunter breaks down Powell.
Turns it over.
Oh, never mind.
Gets the ball back.
Collects it. He'll go
a lot of
strong
crazy
off
basketball.
two. Misses with the right.
And a rebound by Finest Douglas. He can slow this ball game. Oh, no, he turns it over.
Saved
Gets
again
it
by
back.
Daly Hunter.
Pushes the ball up the court. Cougars have an advantage of 5-on-3. Down to Doyle. His
goes
layup
strong with the right.
Great
Good finish there.
Like I said, guys,
Good finger roll
Landon
from
Doyle's
Juice.
body control is really outstanding. And a turnover by the Lightning.
Aaron pass, apparently to Coach Alex Williams. There
I don't know if they thought they had Casper on their team there, Connor.
Yeah, I don't know where that one was going. Good to see Coach Williams still tuned into the game, even though it's a blowout. You know, not much involvement he's had tonight. Not very vocal for Lightning. Good find there by Powell. As he even gets a dap up from Coach Williams. From the.
I mean, I don't know about you, Connor, but if I'm down this much and somebody does that in my face, I'm not dapping him up.
Honestly, if I was Alex Williams or the Lightning, I would be pretty upset that my assistant coach just gave the opposing team a high five and celebrated like he had genuine excitement. There was genuine excitement there. That was funny to see, but kind of just shocking
has
there
the ball out
from the opposing team.
Back out to Doyle. Gets down low again.
Finest Douglas looking to
slow it down
reset
for the
this
Cougars.
offense for the Cougars.
Gets a pick that doesn't really do much. Down to Fulton. And he
fumbles,
passes it out. Juice.
Good find
One more
there.
to Finest Douglas, his three-pointer.
Finest Douglas from deep. Nothing but net.
He's feeling it, folks.
Finest Douglas, left-hand sniper, starting to get hot. Oh, a little bit of a physical play there on the back end.
Look at Olivia Phillips over there. Oh, look at the Sapphires. Can we get a shot on the Sapphires there? Practicing their flips. I'm not going to lie to you folks. I've recently had a broken femur. I think I would have too if I tried to do that one again.
Second time we've heard about this broken femur on the broadcast.
Yeah.
Hey, that would for sure limit you from flips.
I mean, shoulders would be gone, folks.
Yeah.
You got to give it up for the Sapphires. As we look like we have a fight going on in the student section. What is going on?
Somebody on the ground.
Oh, my God. We don't want to get that on camera, folks.
Bob at fourth. Throws it off the legs of Powell, collected by Hillebrand. He'll
throw
it deep to Doyle.
Tom Brady. Oh, what a pass.
Douglas strong with the right hand. Good offense, defense to offense there from the Cougars, pushing the pace.
Tom Brady to Julian Edelman to Gronkowski there, Connor.
Good lateral pass to finish at the basket there from the Cougars.
As Landon Doyle
away by
the ball.
Doyle. He'll
His pass to Finest. Look at the extra
up with
pass.
the left hand. He'll
Finest Douglas is
right
on
over
fire
top
right
of the
now.
rim. Nothing but net. Douglas, 15 points here in the first half. He's catching the flame right now.
And another,
almost saved there by Powell.
Almost by the
Love to see the creativity.
Freshman.
Love to see the creativity. Like
Love
I said, he's very innovative when it comes to those, decisive decisions.
Yep.
You got to be.
I went to Chick-fil-A with him. He was saying he's going to have a great game, and
we're hoping to see it. Only two so far. Only two so far. But playing an impact on the offense for the Cougars. Finding.
As Daly Hunter gets to the basket, spin move, and draws the foul from Fulton. A little questionable there, Connor. From my eyes, I saw a travel.
I could definitely see a travel there, but
he picked the ball up from the free throw line and somehow spent all the way down to the block.
Yeah, that is true, but it's hard to see the travel when you get overshadowed by a smack down by Hillebrand there. Cougars will get the foul.
He does have a big presence down there. Fulton is very strong.
Physical contact there overshadows the travel.
Landon Jackson checks back in for Fulton. That's three for Fulton. Wow, a sneaky three.
Yeah,
he's going to have to sit for the rest of this half.
Yeah, might sit for a little while.
And he's definitely not happy about those calls. And a lane violation by Daly Hunter. All he had to do was keep his feet back, and that would have been another point for the Lightning.
Finest Douglas still chatting it up with the Lightning coaching staff. Maybe he's giving them some pointers to making this basketball game a little more competitive. What do you think, Santana?
I mean, when you're if he's having fun, I'm having fun. You like to see the smiles. They really needed this.
I think we're all having fun.
And Jaden steps. He's still going to pull it.
Third three of the second. But net. Consistency from deep from Douglas.
Finest Douglas. He is 100% from the three-pointer.
Another poke away by Doyle.
To Landon Doyle. To Jaden, the freshman, and he gets his
strong with the ray on the left side of the basket and still finish. Good ball movement by the Cougars.
And another
Powell. We'll get a little bit of a
got a little antsy there.
Questionable call. Refs behind him there, but whistle nonetheless, and it'll be Lightning basketball. Shooting free throws here. They're in the bonus. Like we said.
That's three on. That's two on Gabe.
That's two on Gabe. But like we said, Cougars got to stay out of foul trouble.
They do.
I didn't think that would be a problem in a 58-14 game, but getting into the bonus just seems unnecessary at this point. Just play basketball.
Absolutely, yeah.
I get they're racking up the steals and things, but at some point or another, is it worth the fouls?
It's not at all, especially. Like I said, you have limited numbers today with Will Mason, Aiden Buford out. You don't want to get in foul trouble to the point where you don't really have a bench and you just get tired, especially with this game has been going. There's a lot of transition
Exactly.
points
And
for the Cougars.
You got two people over there in jumpsuits. You got Will Mesa out with a concussion. Aiden Buford out with a
As
left
Jaden
shoulder
Williams
injury.
three is up, and it is
It's
down!
good.
The Cougars are on fire from beyond the arc here.
Nice shot there by the freshman.
Student section's happy about that one. Well, you can't really tell, but
Cougars real
I heard
chance.
a little noise.
Real chance to put up triple digits tonight from the Cougars.
And a turnover
Breaking
on
60
Tyler Lightning.
points in the second quarter is a bit absurd.
What was the girls' points yesterday?
Girls' score ended up being, I believe, 81 to 18.
Let's see if the Cougars can match that or even be better.
I think there's a good chance they beat it.
I
No
believe
signs
that.
of slowing down yet.
They have a better bench now, said the girls. As Coach Dowden calls to get the last shot for the Cougars when they're motioning around.
Haven't seen much from this year, but he's made both of his shots so far.
When we went to Fox, he actually scored 19 on junior varsity, so he's not afraid to shoot it from beyond the arc at all. He just finds his corner,
dribble
as gets
handoff,
it. Gabe
turn the
Powell
clock,
back to
finds
Finus
Douglas
Douglas.
to shoot the
His
three at the
three-pointer.
buzzer, and it's good!
At Finus Douglas, and he's going here from our student section.
Look to catch it. Oh, maybe not catch an interview from him at the half, and he's gone.
What a half by the Lutheran Cougars. 64 points already.
That is correct. What a half.
What a half.
I mean, we see threes falling down left and right.
Bang, bang, bang.
Second quarter, nonstop light show from deep. First quarter we see productive offense down low and efficiency moving the basketball.
Absolutely.
We're seeing Cougars, hitting every checklist, every point of focus that they had, prepared for in this game. Corey Dowden cannot be having anything to complain about in the locker room. What do you think?
I'm thinking he's just going to tell the Cougars, keep going what they're doing, keep attacking the paint, keep looking for that extra pass.
Yeah, extra pass, and the Cougars just need to continue playing their basketball, finish the game out.
Absolutely.
Don't think there's any chance of blowing this, but keep their foot on the gas.
Yep.
Have some fun.
This type of game, that, like I said yesterday, that extra practice time you get when it's these type of games that you don't possibly get within your practice,
Yep, and, Cougars, had low on guys, showed to not matter, really.
Absolutely.
They're still out running, not breathing hard. They're looking all right. Look to see that more of that in the third, fourth quarter.
Absolutely. As we want to give it up for our Sapphires, that they will take over while we are on break. Cougars get back, we're welcome back. You know, the Cougars just look to get their freshmen back in, get some points back on the road.
And we got Finest Douglas here. Finest, we saw 21 points from you. 4 straight threes in the half, all nothing but net, even one at the buzzer. What are we looking to see for more out of you in the second half?
This half, I'm just trying to share the ball with my teammates, get everybody involved, get everybody scoring, and just have a good time out there.
Yeah, lots of ball movement early in the first quarter there. We saw, plentiful assists, getting down low, lots of points at the rim. Are we going to see more of that, looking to get downhill? What's the offense going to look like for the Cougars?
Offense, I think we're going to try to work on our offense this game. Not too much competition, so we're getting ready for the next game, be in the same areas, just ready to ball out.
Ball out. We'd love to hear it. Thank you, Finest.
And we are back. We'd love to hear from Finest Douglas. He's one of the leaders for this Cougar team. Like you said, just play their game as the Cougars, get more offense as he looks to share the ball for the Cougars. You just want to see that ball movement Coach Dowden's been asking for all season. And as you already said, that is right. The next game for your Lutheran Cougars are the St. Mary's Dragons, who have been on a roll this year, multiple 90-point games. And you just look to see what the Cougars can do and how this game can help to prepare for that next game for the St. Mary's Dragons.
Yeah, we see Cougars playing Dragons coming up on the schedule. Last year, less than competitive basketball game.
Yep.
No longer have Zyree Franklin, though.
Zyree Collins, I'm so sorry. It's all right. He definitely was a big creator for the St. Mary's Dragons, as he's also Austin Perry right now.
Yeah,
doing great things up there in college.
Great things. Older brother in the league as well.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that, Connor.
Yeah. Yuri Collins, guard for the Golden State Warriors, actually. See Corey Dowden over there huddling up his crew. We heard from Finest Douglas, sideline interview there, looking to work on their offense. They're going to be running a lot of plays, less of the fast break, less just rips downhill, extra passes and such. We're going to see them actually get into some plays, see some motions, see some actions, some screens, backdoors, off-ball screens, etc. Look to see the Cougars really fine-tune some things as they see the Dragons coming up soon.
And looking at my sheet here, the Cougars are 6 for 9 from beyond the arc. Very consistent shooting tonight from the Cougars. As Finest Douglas leads that with a couple, 3 from Jaden Williams here and Landon Doyle.
Yeah, 4 straight threes there from Finest Douglas to end the half. Just absolutely
with
caught.
Buzzer beater.
And with a buzzer beater as well. Absolutely caught fire there for the Cougars to extend this lead all the way to 49 points at the halftime. Absolutely insane. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but this has got to be the largest lead the Cougars have had at this time of the game thus far this year.
Thus far.
Almost 50-point game at halftime is almost unheard of in high school.
Absolutely.
We thought we might see something like that last night, but even that game was only 40-something at half, correct?
Yeah.
Lennon Jackson will find Doyle. He'll rip baseline.
What a pass to Sam Mudd over the big.
Floater is good.
Just what Finest Douglas said, just then right there, you can see the Cougars are really trying to work into their offense, not forcing anything as we see in the first half. They were just speed and speed and speed. They really just want to control their plays, work slow, and just find that great open basket.
Yeah, we like to see that early there for the Cougars, getting straight into the offense. No selfish basketball. I want to see everybody get a share of the rock this half.
Yeah, absolutely. There should be no reason.
This is a work on your stuff half. Everybody gets to touch. Everybody gets a chance to have some fun for sure.
Corner to Landon Doyle with a 3.
And it's good from deep.
I mean, it's just been all Cougars here tonight, folks. Lightning just can't do anything. As Paco gets to almost a steal.
Collects a steal, knocks the ball away. Yeah, like you said, all Cougars here tonight. Coming out the half.
Landon Doyle, will he get up there?
From deep, and he finishes.
He's upset about that one,
folks. Collects the points, misses the dunk.
He's definitely going to hear from his older brother Brandon tonight.
1,000%.
As you look over Brandon over there, he's laughing. Already laughing at him. Big brother to little brother, yeah. He's going to hear about it. He hears it in the crowd right now.
Lightning looking to get downhill. They'll find they're big. They'll go up strong with the right. Miss it off the backboard.
Great save by Sam, and he gets. I don't.
Maybe an unearned whistle there, but Sam Mudd apparently didn't get both feet back in bounds for collecting that basketball. I said this earlier, but it looks to be that the Cougars have poured more lighter fluid on the fire after half. They have not slowed down.
Not at all.
Whatsoever. They put up a quick 8 points in less than 2 minutes. It's
Duke Williams, he needs to collect that ball before he tries to dribble.
Whistle, and
Great
he collects the block, gets it right back.
And Sam Mudd gets to steal, little
Rips the
sneaky mouse
basketball
down
away.
there.
Good hands
Landon
there
Jackson
for
brings the
Cougars.
ball up for the Cougars. He attacks the basket, kicks out to Finest Douglas. Brings the ball
He'll
out
reset
to
the
reset for the
offense.
Cougars. Great move there. Looks the corner
They'll
for
find
Sam
Mudd in the
Mudd.
corner. His
His
three-pointer.
three-pointer off the
Short
market.
the rim.
Duke Williams
Rebounded
tries to get
rebounded
the
and missed the
putback.
putback by Williams.
You want to see him just collect that ball there. Just to reset for the Cougars. As he picks up a foul.
Williams straight up and
Great take
looks to be
there.
a little stronger there than the not slightly, rather smaller Daly Hunter. He'll shoot 2 there as he draws the foul.
Not a lot of sub here for the Lightning.
Short bench, only got 2 there, and maybe a little bit of miscommunication on the bench there. We see
Daly Hunter misses the first.
Coach Williams showing some frustration between him and his players.
We don't mention him a lot, but shout out to the Cougar water boy, Karsten
Schuster.
Schuster.
Always keeping his players hydrated, smiling on his
Little
face
water
at all
boy,
times.
H2O.
Whoa, water boy.
No Gatorade from Karsten. And the
Inbound almost knocked
turned
away
over
by
by the
Lightning.
Lightning. They get it back. He goes down to the basket, and Duke way to stay straight up. Maybe a travel there, but
some fallen bodies there.
And timeout by the Lightning.
Reynolds getting beat up there on the ground. He'll collect the rebound and get a timeout there. Coach Williams looks to settle his crew.
What do you think Coach Williams is telling his players right now, as with this large deficit from the Cougars, just to get a moral victory?
He's for sure telling his players to catch a breath. Tin's got his hands above his head, huffing and puffing for air. They're short benched. Seeing, a lot of the same players out there running up and down the floor all game. And, at this point, not much they can do to fight back into a game. And I think at best they need to keep a cool head and maybe work on some things offensively.
Absolutely.
Keep strong on defense, Not stay out of foul trouble. That's the big thing. If they foul out of here, they got 2 players to work with on the bench.
It looks long, passes to Daly Hunter, and he'll reset the offense for the Lightning. They got to number 5. His 3-pointer's up, just off the mark.
Landon Jackson will throw it ahead of the door. He'll push the pace.
Looks up to Duke for the alley-oop.
Throws the lob and
you want to see Duke finish
there by Williams.
But we will
Dunk
be okay
opportunity.
with that finish. I know Connor thought he was going to get up there.
Yeah, he sure's
Daly
got
Hunter.
the bounce to get up there and get on the rim. We've seen it plenty of times before.
The bank is open for Daly Hunter.
Maybe just a little bit of an inaccurate pass or mistimed jump there on the lob, but we'll see. Hopefully they get some more opportunities to connect for lobs in the future. Plenty of basketball left. Duke Williams. Opportunity to shoot a 3. He'll pass it up.
His mid-range shot, way to step in, but Landon Doyle with another putback.
Love to see him still crashing the boards, even in a 60-point game. Daly Hunter. He'll throw it away.
Turnover again for the Lightning. It's Jaden Williams. Checks back in. Jaden Ingram. Checks back in for the Cougars. I'll apologize to him tomorrow. Monday. Well, we don't have school Monday.
Yeah, but it's the weekend, fellas.
Happy President's Day.
Yep. Tuesday. We'll see him Tuesday. Yep. No school Monday.
Pass to Sam Mudd. Blows by his defender. Picks up a foul.
Enjoy the 3-day weekend. Everybody to watch it. It'll be fun.
What are you planning with your 3-day weekend, Connor?
I'll be at the crib.
At the crib, at the house. Understandable.
All weekend. It seems.
All weekend. It's
Go
Duke
up
Williams
strong with the left. He'll
up
finish.
Strong. 14 points for Duke Williams, 18 for Landon Jackson, and 21 for Finest Douglas as the leading scorers for the Cougars right now. You just look to see they're just going to keep pouring it on.
I want to see more of Finest Douglas even. 21 in the first half been
Great
pretty
rebound by
so
Jaden
far.
Ingram.
Gets a little beat up there. Finest Douglas to the
And
basket.
as I say that, he heard me, and
oh,
he'll draw the foul. He'll shoot 2.
foul on number 10, Daly Hunter.
Look to make just a little bit of noise here in this third quarter.
Number 10, Chris Daly Hunter, who's second.
As he might be a little shaken up there down low.
A little poking eye.
Maybe poking eyes, wincing as he gets up.
He'll be all right. He's a trooper.
Definitely Troopers served as the safety for the Lutheran Cougars on the football team the past 2 years. He's taken some harder hits for sure.
Even played quarterback.
Even played quarterback.
He even played quarterback for a
played-
while.
He did play quarterback against Hannibal after I got knocked out. On the
Obliterated.
field. Obliterated and danced on. Still showing some attention to that eye
Fulton
there.
Hillebrand checks back in for
Wiping
Duke
it.
Williams.
Might be water in there. Seeing a few rims. Maybe needs
Just
to
a little
aim
bit.
maybe needs to aim at the left rim. Missed right there.
His second free throw. Off the market. You know, he's dealing with a hand injury on his strong hand.
That is true.
So that might be a factor for him.
Well, when speaking with him about it, it didn't even seem to bother him, and we see it not
Mhm.
bothering him in the second quarter as well.
Absolutely.
You know, knocking down the three-pointers might even be a helping his form, even keeping that hand steady, possibly. You know, who knows? Proved to help him a little bit, possibly. Hasn't been shooting the ball at a super high clip this season,
Yeah.
but you know,
But I
4
mean,
for 4
tonight,
tonight,
he's just on
yeah,
fire.
On fire, for sure.
His number 3, Reynolds, misses his first. Second one's up, and that is off the market. Rebound by Doyle. Ooh, off of Doyle. Lightning basketball.
Reynolds will inbound.
Great pump fake.
He'll find
back out to
the freshman
23.
Allen. He'll set the offense up for the Lightning.
And a
As
steal by
Douglas
Finest Douglas.
jumps
Will he
the
get up on that
passing
rim?
Strong finish with the left,
Strong
and it's good
finish.
for the Cougars.
You know, that's that hand. Doesn't look like it's bothering
Yeah,
now, Connor.
Not at all. As he might get almost gets another poke there. Allen will take it coast to coast and finish
Nice
with the right
finish
there.
over Fulton Hillbrand.
Love to see the freshman handle the pressure there for the Lightning as he gets
Doyle
right
looks
back
down
down
the
on
court.
defense.
Looks for Finest Douglas in the corner. Back out to Sam Mudd at the top.
Free throw line.
Back out
jump
to Jaden
opportunity.
Ingram
He'll
on the wing. His three-pointer.
History
Ooh.
short for the Cougars.
I mean, I don't feel it, Connor, but there might be some wind in here.
Just maybe a tad bit. Sam Mudd jumps the passing lane there, gets a steal.
And
Douglas
Finest
up strong again with the left,
in.
misses the layup there, draws his foul. He'll shoot 2.
You know, when Finest came in, he wasn't as strong. You know, over the past couple years, he's really came into his body, got his strength together, and really has improved as a basketball player.
Talked about it in previous games, but he did put on 20 pounds over the offseason, as well as adding 2 inches to his height. So,
Yeah.
you know, increasing his frame, and it's showing to
As
play
he
to his
knocks down his
ability. It's
first.
playing to his abilities.
And, you know, I
He's-
think that also comes, you know, having to take the physical aspect of football. You got to put that extra weight on,
for sure, for certain.
just so you don't have to, you know, you could be able to take on those hits. And as you said, he played safety, so having to give the hits as well.
You see it translate on the basketball court, you know, being able to stay strong through the contact at the rim. He's finishing and capitalizing on N1 opportunities that he formerly might have not gotten last
Oh, big
year.
man down low.
He'll put a shoulder into Hillebrand and finish with the right.
Fulton wasn't ready for all that.
Not at all. That's a big body there for Lightning. Doyle to the corner for Douglas.
Jab steps back out to Doyle. Pump fakes. Looks down
He'll
low to
drive.
Fulton.
He'll find Hillebrand.
And
Hillebrand
that's
goes
off
up
the
strong
market.
through the contact.
You know, I want to see Fulton working a little mid-range game. You know, he could easily got a little floater. Whoa.
That's true there.
Maybe a little travel there by
almost,
Daly Hunter.
almost encouraged the contact there. Went straight into the bigger defender, number 30. As we see a mid-range
And
from
that's
22.
off the
That's
market.
long.
Sam Mudd pushes the ball up the court. Let's see
He'll
if he's
push the
going to pass
He'll
it. Great
find
pass.
Back
Passes
to
out.
Sam.
Falls. Oh. You know, it looks like Sam
bit
thought
of-
Landon was just going to put the ball up, but Sam wants to make that extra.
Daly
wants to
Hunter.
make the extra pass.
Little Euro step on Douglas. He'll miss the layup with his
You know,
right.
Daly Hunter has been everywhere for the Lightning. He's really been that, you know, getting boards, puts up a shot, his three-pointer off the mark. Rebound by number
collected by the
22, his
Lightning.
mid-range off the
Long
mark
again.
again, long.
Lightning just not seeming to find the rhythm tonight, shooting the basketball at any capacity, whether it be mid-range, close to the rim, or the three-point line. Just maybe an off night for Lightning, or just
Finest Douglas draws the
less
foul.
competitive team than the Cougars. You know, maybe should be seeing this close to districts. Maybe
I mean, yeah, this gives the Cougars a lot of confidence going into districts. You know,
that
you
is true. That
You
is
have
true.
Orchard Farm, you know, St. Charles West. You like to see what they have been doing. You know, Orchard Farm has been consistently in the district championship. They always keep a good team, great coaching staff over there. So you just
know-
want to see what Coach Dowden has to, you know, try to defeat the Orchard Farm Eagles.
That is true. When we're talking about tonight, talk about a lack of competition that also equals a surplus of confidence, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Cougars will hopefully take this game and roll into the next, and spray some weed killer on those 7 past losses that they've had.
Heartbreaker in Madison. I was at that game.
That is true.
That was a very much heartbreaker for the Cougars. But
So
Finest
just
Douglas
slip
knocked
past
down
the
both
30,
of those
and
free
he'll
throws.
airball the
Rebound by
layup.
Doyle. Passes up to Gabe
Goes ahead
Powell.
to Powell.
Makes that. Ooh, no, puts up the layup,
Left-hand
and
layup,
it's off.
it's short off the rim.
Gets the rebound. Oh, no, Daly Hunter. I'm telling you, Connor, Daly Hunter has been everywhere for the Lightning. Rebounds, points,
he's
defense, offense. He is definitely the heart of this Lightning team. As he gets to the basket, ooh, layup off the mark. Back
Regardless of
out to
score,
Reynolds.
He's still playing with high intensity.
You love to see the
lots of
Lightning are
effort.
still playing with effort.
Absolutely.
Don't see a lot of confidence coming out their face. They're just still playing basketball, having fun out here.
Absolutely, love to see that. Keeping the game, as competitive as it can be, and even that blowout of a game, they're still having fun. It seems in some capacity.
As the Cougars look to get the last shot again, Jaden with a three-pointer,
and
it is down for Jaden Ingram. His second of the night. That's definitely not the last shot over here from Coach Dowden.
Yeah, a little bit of back and forth there from Ingram and.
They
Coach
might have a
Dowden.
couple Cougar sevens coming his way.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 there. We'll talk back.
I had to run a couple Cougar sevens in my first couple years. Let me tell you, folks, they are not pretty.
Not pretty at all.
Not pretty at all.
That is one of the reasons why you see me with the headset and not out there in a jersey.
Absolutely.
That is.
And then
that
Coach
is for
Dowden would
certain.
add the Cougar 8, and that's when you see Santana go away. Absolutely not.
See,
Daly Hunter puts up a 3, hits off the market rebound.
in as shots missed before we go into third quarter. See, in my opinion, Santana, the Cougar 8 was less intimidating than the Cougar 7.
Honestly, looking at me now, does it look like I like to do a lot of running here, Connor?
Not at all.
Not at all. When you add even an extra number from a Cougar 7 to Cougar 8, I'm not going to be a happy camper.
Not a happy camper at all, but to me, the subtraction of the back pedal from the Cougar 7 to the Cougar 8, it's less.
You know what, Connor? Anything you say to me right now, it's not going to defend it.
There's
I don't
less
like
stress
running.
on the quads. You're not dead by the end of it. The Cougar 8 just got to breathe. Cougar
We
7,
might not be dead by the Cougar 8, but let me tell you about Coach Bethany, 26s, and the
wow.
summer workout football.
Who are you telling? Those,
I'm talking about we did it at least 10 times. I didn't pass once, and I will never pass.
See, don't blame you. Only skill to pass was your boy right here in the booth. But
And you know what? Kudos to you. I still got my helmet and pads.
that is true.
I still got my helmet and pads.
Bethany did not stand on his word. Maybe he'll go back and hear this. Hopefully he doesn't. But
from what I heard, Coach Bethany is retiring.
Oh, that is breaking news to me.
Breaking news. He's taking a break. New coach in Pierre Desir coming in.
Oh, just taking over Okay.
Yeah.
So
the Pierre Desir, former NFL player, cornerback.
excitement for the Cougars in the
A
football
lot of
season.
excitement.
He's going to bring a rather large network for the Cougars football program.
And with the group
bringing
we have in.
Yeah, bringing in some new transfers. We got some existing, players who have made a name for themselves
Corday
already.
Willis being one. He's really been putting himself out there as a prospect.
Finest Douglas that we watched
You
on here on
look
the
to see if
court.
Finest will come back for his senior. You
True,
also
as we
have
see
Bam.
Bobbitt the fourth to inbound the basketball.
Out to number 30, his three-pointer long again.
Very long.
Doyle with the rebound.
Just to clarify, Coach Bethany is not retiring from athletic director as a whole, just the football side of things. He will remain a face we see often in the building and have a large impact on the school and the athletic programs as a whole.
Definitely an impact in my life as a Cougar here.
I can attest to
Sam
that.
Mudd's mid-range off the mark. Dalen Hunter down to number 30. His
He'll
spin move off the market. Ingram with the rebound. Fast break to Doyle. Gabe hustles down the court, makes the extra pass.
Finishes with the right.
Layup by the
finish
freshman.
there by Gabe Powell. He'll get his fourth tonight. Daly Hunter to set the offense up for the Lightning. He'll
His
take the mid-range.
Long again, rebound number 22. Oh, Sam Mudd's down there battling with the big man. Love to see that from your guards.
You got, looks 4 guards out there fighting down low. See Hillebrand, not the tallest
Not
big.
the tallest, yeah.
Not the tallest big, but Cougars playing, some small ball out there, running a stretch 4. Maybe run the floor a little bit. See how it plays to their advantage in this fourth quarter.
Fulton picks up another foul.
might break triple digits.
You know, Connor, you said that yesterday, and I'm just going to stick with my answer. I do not see it.
You don't see it with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left and 87
I don't see it, Connor.
on the scoreboard.
As Duke Williams checks in for Fulton Hildebrand.
I'll say the line's probably similar to yesterday, 92.5. Are you going to take the under again?
Once again, I would like to clarify, we do not do gambling on this Lutheran network.
We don't. It's not condoned in high school, but just a question.
You know, I'm just not going to answer. We're going to focus on basketball here. As Duke Williams gets the rebound, passes it out to Landon Doyle, passes it to Jaden Ingram, makes the extra pass back to Doyle for
Doyle
the
goes
easy
up strong with the
two.
right and finishes there.
Daly Hunter brings the ball up for the court again.
He'll take
Makes the extra
screen.
pass.
Stolen by Doyle again. He's
Gives
gotta
it up.
be
Oh, he doesn't give it up. He tries to get on the
right hand again. Finishes. Collects the points. Missed the dunk again. Unfortunate. That's got to be his.
That's his third one.
No. Excuse me. I'm talking about steals.
Oh,
Is he?
yeah.
Dare I say he might be double digits?
I definitely think,
Great block there by
great block
Sam
by
Mudd.
Sam Mudd on the big man.
Good contest there. Straight up. Gets
Who
hand
said
on
he
the
can't
ball.
jump? I just seen it.
Yeah.
But
White-
back to Landon Doyle. I think he does. 22 points for him. I think a double-double is, in fact, with Landon
steals,
Doyle,
yeah.
with steals, which you
And he-
don't see a lot.
Maybe triple-double too on the rise. If he has some
Maybe
assists,
if he
he's
get a couple assists,
moves
or
the ball
true
the
point
most for
guard.
the Cougars tonight.
Yeah. Gabe Powell brings the ball up for the Cougars. His pass to
Jaden
Jaden Ingram, three-pointer,
ball, and
and
it's
then
good
it's
from the corner.
in.
His third of the night. Freshman showing some efficiency from downtown. 3 for 3. Spin move down low for the Lightning.
That's off the mark. He gets his own rebound, puts it up, and one for the Lightning.
Good finish there.
Goes
through the
down and
contact.
can't be happy about that one. You want to get your body on him, box out, get that rebound, push the outlet, and just push the ball up the court for the Cougars. It just doesn't happen there. Gets his own rebound, which causes to a foul from Duke.
Yeah, Duke Williams, we talked about it. Loud first half, rather quiet second half. Didn't see much. He sat on the bench a little bit there in the second quarter, a little quiet there in the third quarter. Great production, though. We talked about him earlier in the game. See his impact on the boards.
Free throw off the mark.
As he's shown
Passes up to Gabe House. And an easy two for the Cougars. What a pass there by Landon
Unguarded
Doyle.
Gabe Powell down low. See a good one-handed outlet pass from Doyle.
Duke Williams with a block.
Good block
Sam
there.
with the pass.
As we're speaking of Williams, he did show his impact on the boards, and they're on defense as well. Even through the second
Nice
third
layup
quarter,
there by Gabe House.
Maybe quiet on the stat column when it comes to scoring, but not quiet in his rebounds and his blocks.
Connor, you said triple digits, my man, and as your friend, I should have believed you.
I told you the Cougars have been aggressive all night and haven't showed any signs of slowing down yet.
Absolutely not.
See Corey Dowden asking for them to slow down in that third quarter, wait for the last shot, and didn't even listen one bit. 30 seconds left on the clock. Takes
Jaden
the
Ingram with the
knocks
three.
it down. Knocks it down. No, hey,
But hey, he's hot.
can't argue.
I mean, he's hit three already. Finest Douglas with 4. The Cougars are red hot from the three-point line
Reynolds
tonight.
takes a free throw, knocks it down.
Fulton Hildebrand checks back in with 4 fouls, something you want to watch. Gets
Fulton
in.
Hildebrand quiet tonight. Racked up some fouls. Not very effective scoring-wise tonight, but we'll see. He's still got time to grow. Junior for the Cougars.
Free throw off the market.
Big body out there.
Rebound by Duke Williams.
Plays a role for the Cougars physically, not so much schematically in the game plan, but we'll see.
Sam
if
Mudd
he
down. Ooh.
draws the foul there.
Draws
He'll
the
shoot
foul.
two. Fulton Hildebrand's only got 2 points for the offense.
Following play number 22, Jacob Horton is second. Who's first?
Sam Mudd will line up to take the free throws.
Shout out to our media team down there taking photos for the Cougars.
Yeah, it looks to be 4 deep down there. Love to see it.
As Sam Mudd knocks down the first.
Talked about Sam Mudd being stepping into a new role, starting for the Cougars. Puts up so far 7 points. Maybe knock down this free throw, make it 8. That's the type of production we want to see from a new guy to the starting roster or to the starting
free
lineup.
throw, the Cougars can break that triple digit, and they do it.
There
There it is, folks. 100 for the Cougars.
Cougars break the triple digits as we see Sam Mudd, finalize what we wanted to see from him. We wanted to see consistent production, not too much, role player type of guy, did his job tonight for the Cougars, and it played to his, advantage. 100-point game for the Cougars.
As now the Cougars will try to slow it down, in this game and just get out of this game healthy. Like we said, a lot of injuries for the Cougars tonight.
They'll find Hillebrand down low.
Down low.
He'll spin to the rim.
Big man with the feet.
Good
Foltz
move,
and
good
Hillebrand.
footwork. Maybe some Jose Alvarado work there for Powell. He tried
he's must have been in salsa class, Connor, with those feet.
A little bit of a dancer there down low. Fulton
hey, little Chad Ochocinco, Victor Cruz there.
I see.
Hey, I know my football, Connor.
I know what you're talking about.
You know my football. Fulton does pick up his 5th, but it doesn't take away from his sweet feet.
Sweet feet picked him up 5 fouls, put up 4 points tonight for the Cougars. Not a lot of frustration on the bench there. Understands what he did. Looks to maybe fix that in his next showing for the Cougars. But just looking back at tonight, not much to say about the Lightning.
Not a lot.
Really,
it's the type of game you regroup. You look at look yourself in the mirror. Like, what can I do to help my team be victorious?
Exactly. And for them, you say it could be rebounds, or it could be working on the fouls, or figuring out an offense, or handling pressure. But maybe they just need to regroup and scratch a whole bunch of things as a whole and start fresh, start clean.
As the Cougars take care of business with your final score being 102 for your Cougars, 28 for your Lightning. And as the clock hits 0, we will be signing off. But we have one more message. One more message finally for you. Great showing by the Cougars tonight, You love to see this going into, like I said, going into that St. Mary's game. You want to have that confidence up. Limit the turnovers, create for ourselves. We'd like to see that extra pass. Landon Doyle will probably be in our star player with a double-double as we have Coach Dowden ready for our interview.
Okay, we got Coach Corey Dowden here. Coach Corey Dowden, we see 102 points for the Cougars, breaking triple digits. We don't see that often on a high school basketball team. What do you think the Cougars did tonight that helped them excel to that? Out and running, what do you think?
I think they did a good job of sharing the basketball. That was something that we talked about a lot lately, just moving the basketball, finding the open guy, making the right basketball play. They did a lot of that tonight. So
we saw in the first quarter, a lot of good ball movement, a lot of made shots down close to the basket. And then we saw in that second quarter, they took a lot of threes, 4 threes from Finest Douglas. Who do you think was the impact player for tonight for the Cougars?
The impact player, I think it was an all-around performance. The guys did a good job of creating. I know Landon Doyle had double-digit assists. And the guys, like I said, they did a real good job of playing well together. So I would say it was a team effort in that one.
Couldn't agree more. We saw players like Sam Mudd step up into new roles as a starter, shorthanded on the bench. We love to see it from the Cougars. We thank you, Coach Corey Dowden.
Thank you.
And we are back. Love to hear from Coach Dowden there, giving praise to all his players. He said, Landon Doyle with multiple assists, so maybe he had a triple-double. But as the clock here zeros, we're going to be signing off from the Claw. We want to thank you for tuning in tonight. We had 2 great teams battle with the Lutheran Cougars taking care of business over the Lightning. Tune in for more upcoming games on the Claw with me and my partner, Connor Harrison.
Yep, thank you guys all for tuning in. It's a lot for us as a sports media team to put on this broadcast, a lot as Lutheran Cougars as a whole put on this broadcast. Thank everybody that has part in it, everybody tuned in. Thank you all.
Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Claw. We can't wait to see you back here for more Cougar basketball.
Thank you.